Hey, welcome to Butcher Bay Rejects. I'm Mark.
I'm Greg. How you doing, nerds?
What's up, bud? What's up?
Not much. What's going on with you over there in your neck of the woods?
Oh, just collecting action figures. You know me. I see something,
Oh,
I gotta
really?
buy it.
Ripped them right out of the package, no doubt.
Yeah.
Okay.
Working out all those joints, posing them. It's all the fun.
32 points of articulation.
And I use every single point.
You got the G.I. Joe with the Kung Fu grip?
I did get Snake Eyes with Timber the Wolf. The G.I. Joe,
cool.
that G.I. Joe exclusive there.
Cool. Well,
The Wolf is awesome. I've never seen
that. Well, the question is, are you going to get that hybrid G.I. Joe Transformers one? So that's
hell
the big question.
yes.
Yeah, okay, that made for you, I guess.
Oh my God, come on. That's like a no-brainer.
All right, just checking. All right, gang. So we're going to kick off this episode with, Pam and Tommy. Pamela goes down, episode 6 called Pamela in Wonderland. I'm going to call the episode Pamela Goes Down the Rabbit Hole of the deposition. We're going to review the American Underdog, the Kurt Warner story, starring Zach Levy, Nana Paquin, and the latest installment of the Kingsmen franchise, called The Kingsmen, starring Ralph Fiennes, Gemma, Arterton, and Djimon, Hounsou. So let's kick it off with some Pam and Tommy. So basically, we didn't get any Uncle Milty again, or, we just got Pamela. And from all accounts, what I read was that whole deposition really did happen that way. Like, so
that was brutal.
Your heart just goes out to her this episode, doesn't it?
If there was ever a poster boy for the prick lawyer, give it to that boy.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And I read up on their defense was so flimsy. It's like, well, you posed in Playboy and you did a sex tape. So you did this on purpose. You're an exhibition. This was their whole defense. Like, oh, are you really kidding me? And then,
well, I can see their point as to trying to make it, you voluntarily did this. Therefore you leaked it on purpose.
Well, no, they did not. Everyone else leaks it on purpose. Your Kardashians and your whatnot. Oh, I don't know what happened. No, they really didn't.
Yeah, I know.
Because look, the internet was just getting started.
It was in its infancy at that point. Yeah.
Yeah. No, they didn't. But yeah, your Kardashians, yeah, definitely did.
Yeah. No, I mean, It looked very much like the defense lawyers were taking the extreme moral high ground. You don't consider posing naked as a sex act. You got paid for sex. That makes you a prostitute. You could see just the jaw dropping and you just want to reach across the table and just strangle this fuck.
Well, yeah, forcing her to watch the BJ scene in the car. Well, weren't you concerned with truckers sitting high in their cab that they could see down on you? And then
the whole. Can you identify the two people in this clip? Come on, really?
Yeah, it's my tape. Yeah. Oh God, this is horrible.
Yeah, no, but I mean, it was cool, kind of seeing the flashbacks of her. Up and coming.
That's exactly happened that way. I remember her. That's how she got discovered. I think it was at a BC Lions game. I remember that. She was in the stands, and that was it. That's how easy it was.
I just thought it was cool. They actually had BC Lions playing. It was cool.
Yeah. Labatt beer and everything.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it was. That's exactly how it happened.
Does it mean, or does she just attract prick boyfriends?
Yeah, she does. Well, that's the classic. You go for the bad boy. That's what you get. I mean, only now. I'm sure she's probably shying away from the bad boys. But bad boys are fine when you're young. But
and I'm sure that first boyfriend just kicking himself in the ass for not being nicer.
Yeah, exactly.
If I was just nice to that one, I would have rode that train all the way to the station.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he could have been with her. It could have been with her at the Playboy Mansion instead of her mom.
Yeah, exactly.
Saying it's okay to get the boob job.
Yeah, I found that just like the most uncomfortable conversation. Mom, should I get my tits done?
Yeah, well, God made you perfect, but, if you think you can improve on God, then do it,
Yeah, I wonder how many moms would say, yeah, go for it. Perk those suckers up.
Yeah. Oh, Lord. Yeah. Yeah. And basically that was it to the episode. It wasn't much.
Actually, that was a short. That was a short episode, wasn't it?
On top of that, it was very short. Yeah.
I mean, photo shoot all aside, I'm like, geez, my photo shoots don't look like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Actually, my photo shoots kind of do look like that. I just don't have that location to shoot in.
Like a Playboy mansion?
Exactly. Although
old Hefner standing on the balcony above, watching down.
I've shot plenty of women that would be in it, even one that was. But you know what? It's fun to see it portrayed that way. I'd love to have those type of locations to shoot in. Those would be fun.
Yeah. Well, yeah, heck yeah. Who wouldn't, right?
Have someone, have a full staff.
But again, like we brought up last week, Lily James again, throws down, I think, a career-changing performance in this episode. So I think.
Oh yeah, no, she's Emmy bound with that.
Yeah, Emmy bound, and of course, more movie directors are taking note.
I hope so.
Think you're watching Pam. I mean, she's totally.
If she can totally immerse herself in a role like that.
Yeah, like I watched her on Downton Abbey. She's totally fits Downton Abbey. So when I heard she was doing this, I went, oh, okay. And then, knocked it out of the park every episode.
Totally. I think that, you could put her now, after seeing this, put her in any role and she will become that. That's, I think she's just phenomenal.
Yep. Here. Exactly.
Yeah. Well, short episode, short review.
Yep. On to next week. I think there's only 8 episodes, so I think there's only 2 left, I believe.
Yeah.
So let's get into the movie review of American Underdog, the Kurt Warner story. I love this movie. Zach Levy finally won me over. This was incredible. I don't even know where to start. I don't know about you. I remember watching this specifically because I was in Australia in the year 2000. So we had to watch it early in the morning. We started watching at 7 a.m. We were drinking beer. So I remember it vividly, but in Australia, no one follows American football. So I didn't actually know the full Kurt Warner story at all, at all. So seeing it unfold before your eyes is, man, did he go through some ups and mostly downs.
The epitome of perseverance.
Exactly. Like they said, 5 years before. So in 1995, 5 years before Super Bowl, he was bagging groceries at that Hy-Vee, or stocking the shelves. He was doing that. And I mean, the greatest undrafted NFL player of all time, the only undrafted NFL Super Bowl winning quarterback ever. So
to win a Super Bowl in his first season. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah.
No,
came from arena football, but I love. Do you like this movie? I hope you did. I
love this, and I mean, it's a cliche. I'm a sucker for an underdog movie, especially an underdog football movie.
Yeah, and the whole how they. I love how they bookended it. They open it with that one little play by Montana that everyone looked over. How he stayed in the pocket. He got tackled, but the thing is, he stayed in the pocket, and that was what Kurt had to learn. When he was at university, he liked to run and gun, right? He didn't like to. Yeah. He's hard headed and then cut to the end and he actually stays in the pocket. He gets tackled 3/4 of the way, but gets the throw off, 2 minutes left in the Super Bowl. And so I like how they,
I mean, is it me or does Zach Levy look bigger in this than he did in Shazam?
Yeah. No. He fit the bill.
I mean, everything about his performance was great. I mean, from, not liking country and trying to, being brought into the country bar. And what's funny is I can relate to that because I had a buddy of mine that used to drag me into country bars and I hate country. So it's like, just watching that is just like, oh, I've lived this before,
Well, he did it for Brenda, little Anna Paquin played his future wife, Brenda Mione. So, but and she, talk about it. She had her own struggles too, right? A single mom, legally blind kid. I mean,
and he stepped up and he became everything to that family, and not everybody will do that, at least not nowadays. You know what I mean?
No. But the struggle, that whole scene with the, God, where they ran out of gas and he had to run, in the snowstorm. I'm like, it was killing me. I'm like, thank God I knew the ending of this movie, because if this wasn't going to have a happy ending,
and like the letter the son sent to him, and, he went to get gas in the snow. I mean, I was crying. Like ugly crying when I read that. It was just like, man, like if you don't just puff up with the power of Superman after that, and just go get it, how can you not? You know what I mean?
Wow, the thing that got me was like I watched, and I just rewatched it again. The ending of that movie, like this movie introduced me to a song, a 12-year-old song I've never heard. I'm going to say it here because it deserves prop. Josh Ritter, Change of Time. So that whole ending montage, I don't know if you were listening to that song, but I'd never heard it before. It's 12 years old, and it just fit perfectly with that whole, like, winning his first game at the Rams, and then cuts to the Super Bowl. And then going into the stands, kissing his wife. This is us. We did this. You know, I mean,
and like, also like for her to be who you're supposed to be. We will figure it out.
Well, yeah, that essentially caused her to break up with him at one point, because she felt she was holding him back, from achieving his dream. And thank God they came to their senses. But
well, I mean, she was the reason he took those risks, right? She told him to be thing. I mean, he was so against arena football. And then, next thing you know, hey, he's out in the hayfield practicing,
Well, yeah, that thing did translate when all the scouts were telling Dick Vermeil he's crazy. Dick Vermeil played by the great Dennis Quaid. Are you sure this, well, Jesus, I mean, look how fast they had to get off the, like how many times he missed the snap, right? Like how quick you got to be in arena fall. You have less time to throw the ball.
50 yards and it's like 8 yards thinner, something like that. And
why would that not translate? I mean, when he got on the NFL field, it was probably like, oh, are you kidding me? Like, this is easy. Like,
yeah, no kidding.
I've got all the time in the world to stay in the pocket. I don't have to worry about the snap,
What did he say? He said when he was with the Rams. Oh, why is it that NFL quarterbacks are so
so slow?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was wondering why the other players weren't as fast as him or something.
Yeah, exactly. Like
on his first day.
Pop Warner. It's like
yeah.
No, I mean, every aspect of this game, of this movie, game football. Yeah, every aspect of this movie was so well done. The play sequences, everything, and I mean, one of the things they showed is his ability to thread the needle. He'd find his thing. He's like they said, he has a howitzer for an arm, and he's like, just puts it right between the defender's arms into his receiver's arms, like,
yeah,
man.
The coach that didn't like him is like when he gets that throw off during the first game, perfect. You see the spiral, the shot of the ball spiral, and he's like, perfect.
Well, it was so funny because I got head faked by the offensive coordinator just giving him shit left, right, and center. And I didn't think it was more on the motivational side than I thought it was just like,
yeah, me neither, because
he just didn't want to have this guy shoved down his throat. And
yeah, and he was watching, like he knew that Kurt didn't fumble that snap in practice. It was this, it was the snap himself, but he took the blame. He took the blame for it. Yeah, just to see if he would do it.
No, he showed so much character on that field. No, sir, my fault. I'll take care of it. Won't happen again. Like he showed so much respect and I'm not giving up. So, you think I did it? Yeah. Okay. No problem. Won't happen again. Like I'm here to play. Nothing's going to stop me from playing. He's not going to argue with him. He's going to just, until he stood up for himself and said, you put that ball in my hands, I'm going to take it all the way. and I'm like, oh man, it's like, I want to be out on the field with this guy,
Yep.
I mean, I've played with some guys that have played pro ball, and I've played with, some great guys. And when you see somebody like this, it just brings you back, and you just remember how much of a character building game this is. And it's, I loved those days with those guys. And, I'm still friends with a lot of my teammates, and you just create a big bond. And when I saw like all those arena football guys all, at the bar, just glued to the TV, watching their boy play, that just got to me, it's like, oh yeah, can't not love that. You?
Well, nope, never played football, but basketball.
No, but even when you play sports, when you play sports at a competitive level, you bond.
This movie, it pumps you up. It gets your juices flowing, I'd put it, I'd probably say it's my second favorite football movie of all time now, because it's, I'd definitely watch it again.
What's your first? We got a lot of football movies out there. What's your first?
Oh, no. Remember the Titans all the way.
No, that's way up there.
Coincidentally came out in 2000, the year Kurt Warner won his Super Bowl. So,
yeah, there's a few.
Remember the Titans.
Remember the Titans, definitely up there. Invincible is definitely up there.
Actually, you know what? I was thinking, not everyone sleeps on it. I mean, it's a football movie for the first three quarters, is also starring Dennis Quaid. Everybody's All-American. I mean, that's an early 90s movie, but I think everyone sleeps on that movie. It was pretty good, showing, the Grey Ghost to Chapel Hill and all that. And
for me, like the comedy / underdog movie is The Replacements with Keanu Reeves and Gene Hackman. That's such a wide array of people in that thing, but they make them look like athletes, and it's just like, oh yeah, it's Whitey.
Big thumbs up for me.
Yeah,
on American Underdog.
No, definitely a good football movie to. If you want to just sit there and just want to cheer on someone, or you gotta want this guy to make it, and that's the beauty of this movie.
Yeah.
Definitely thumbs up.
Way up. Now, let's get into the Kingsmen. So as you told me, you never watched the first two. Have you since watched? Or no, just you
I've only watched the
one?
And
Okay. So, so this shows you the start of the Kingsmen. So it takes place just before World War I. Directed by Matthew Vaughn, who gave us Kick-Ass. And of course, you must have noticed the odd kick-ass character in this movie. I'm sure you caught the relation there, right?
No, actually, I didn't.
Aaron Taylor Johnson, no?
Who was he playing?
He was the guy who the son forced him to take his identity. They switched identities.
Oh, that was him? I didn't recognize him.
Yeah, that's Kick-Ass.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, I liked, I think this is an okay franchise, but this movie, like, I thought the action sequences in this movie were top notch. When the hell do you ever see a Russian dance mixed in with, a pretty awesome, choreographed fight scene? Like that's just one of the solid, slick action scenes. But what do you think overall? Do you like this movie or no?
While those were really well done and everything, I think they took an hour and a half too long to get to the last half hour of what you really wanted.
Well, let's talk about the big thing you never see in the movies. I don't know about you. I was shocked to hell when they did what they did, or just before the third act. How about you? If you probably know what I'm talking about, right?
Where his son got killed?
That took me so aback. I'm thinking, wait a minute, did they say he had a metal plate at the beginning of the movie? Yeah, that's what happened. The bullet didn't go in. I'm like, this never happens. You never see this in a movie. Like
see,
what the hell?
To me, that whole first hour and a half could have been done in a 10-minute montage.
Well,
honestly, I think they took way too long to tell the whole thing of him protecting his son.
Well, yeah,
after his wife died.
More than half of the runtime of this movie is concerned with like the nature of war and the importance of peace, which is really prevalent today. So it's the Duke of Oxford's struggle with his son's quest to fight for his country. So basically, the mom makes him
literally
promise
was
him,
an hour and a half.
Yeah. More than half of the movie. Was concerned with that.
It took an hour and a half for him to get to the point where he's like, no, we have to stop this, and they actually get down and do something about it. So, that get down and do something about it is what you're waiting for the whole movie. Finally, they did it, and they got it done in half an hour. So what does that say about the whole storytelling thing? Okay, you got to show that the general got killed, and he was, just to play up the villain. But for me, like I'm sitting there going, really? You got more? Well, fuck. Like you really could have sum that up in a 10-minute montage and then got a little bit more into the staff and the network and the whole thing. And him, getting out of his stupor. You could have done without the stupor. Yes, he's mourning and whatnot, but it was the kick in the ass that he needed to get to go and do what needs to be done.
Well, let's focus on what you liked. So you liked the action scenes, though.
I thought the action scenes was saying.
How good was Rhys Ifans, who was basically unrecognizable? I thought it was another actor. That was Rhys Ifans as Rasputin. I mean, like.
I don't know who Rhys Ifans is.
Oh, you've seen him in a zillion things.
Rise.
Rise? Oh yeah, sorry, Rise. I don't know how to pronounce it. Wasn't he in your Replacements movie?
Yes, he was. That was him.
He's okay. Yeah, and I was thinking this was another actor. I thought it was Peter
I didn't recognize him at all.
Or something. Yeah, I thought it was Peter Stormare because he looked just like him.
I found some of it a little bit over the top. I mean, the whole pie eating thing, that was kind of like, wow, okay. Well,
I just knew he was the type of a-hole to give, to take small doses of poison every day to build up an immunity towards licking his leg. It was kind of way. Some of it was just a little bit I'm sure Ray Fiennes I'm sure that was even scripted. Ray Fiennes just had to go with it. Like, oh God.
And he's kind of like going almost orgasmic with it. And I'm like sitting there going,
Rise is going a little method here. I won't be able to talk to him the rest of the shoot. Okay. And I kind of figured out, but did you figure out who, Morton? I mean, I kind of guessed because Matthew Good, again, he's a top tier actor. They were hardly showing him. So I kind of deduced that he was the Scottish guy.
Yeah. Actually, I didn't pay attention to anyone who was in the movie. I didn't look at any of the credit. I just went in. I knew Ray Fiennes.
Well, you knew Charles Dance from Game of Thrones played Kitchener. He was Tywin Last. You knew that.
I didn't know his name, but I knew his face. Yes, I recognize those guys. But I mean, Stanley Tucci was in it too. Well,
just at the very end, really, right? For the whole Merlin and King Arthur's court.
Well, he was also the American ambassador. After he subdued Mata Hari.
I liked how they stuck Mata Hari in there. And then did you watch the end credit scene?
No.
Oh, well, the guy that shot the Romanovs. So but most of the stuff really happened. Like the guy that shot the Archduke of Ferdinand, that was his actual name that they used, Gavrilo Princip.
Right.
Mata Hari, of course, was spy. But when the Romanovs were shot, remember the guy was posing them for a photo?
Yeah.
And then that's how the Romanovs were killed. But that's actually in the end credits scene. That's Adolf Hitler.
Oh, really? Oh,
they thank him for that mission because our buddy from Falcon and Winter Soldier there, Daniel Bruhl, he's in the end credits scene.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, him I recognized.
Yeah.
But like I said, for the most part, it was just like, I was just going right on the story. I wasn't even paying attention to who was in it and whatnot. I recognized some faces, but it wasn't. I didn't know their names.
Well, possibly you enjoy the first two because
possibly
present day.
But like I said, like they I don't mind the period piece of that kind, but it's just like they just took way too long to tell that story. That could have been wrapped up a lot sooner. They could have thrown a little bit more meat into it, like the fighting scenes and all that sort of stuff. The climbing the mountain like a goat.
Yeah, like I know goats are sure-footed, but there's no way that goat. Remember how the goat was between the crevasse? Like, there's no way in hell. I don't care what you say. Any goat has ever attempted that. I do. Yes, I have seen photos where you think, "What the hell?" But no, nothing like that. That was ridiculous.
Yeah.
But the plane, before he jumped and parachuted to say, getting caught in the wing, I thought, okay, that's pretty cool.
No, but I mean, that's the thing you were geared up for. Right, that's the kind of thing you want to see the action. Again, you want to be entertained. A whole an hour and a half of a guy overprotecting his son, a little bit too much. I mean, they set up plot points in there throughout, but they could have done that in a shorter time. That's my only about this movie.
Okay. So thumb halfway up. No?
You get the handshake, the little.
Okay, got it.
But,
all right. Well, in good news for Canadians, because normally it's you Americans that get stuff before we do. We finally found out where Daredevil, Jessica Jones, Punisher, the Teen Titans, and Defenders are going. They're going to Netflix, but Netflix in Canada. For once, we get something
going to Disney
before
Plus.
you guys. Well, yeah, sorry, Disney Plus Canada, not Disney Plus US or anywhere else. Disney Plus Canada. So for once, sorry Americans, you guys get everything else first. This is our turn.
Yeah. No, I was. We didn't have to wait long for that. I mean,
No, well, I assumed we were going to get it last, but when they said Canada, I'm like, what the?
I mean, even the announcement that it was moving to Disney Plus.
Well, I mean, yes, I knew it was going to wind up there. I just thought we were going to get it last.
Yeah, well, I didn't think it would actually end up on Disney Plus anywhere that quickly.
Oh, no. Well, yeah, March. No, definitely this year.
Yeah,
sure,
later. I was thinking September, October. Just to pad it a little bit, but right away onto Disney Plus. Woo! And I mean, I've been watching a little bit of Charlie Cox doing a bunch of interviews and whatnot. He's so jazzed to get back into this character. Like you saw Spider-Man, right?
Yes.
Like what? How was his cameo? Was it like just
You got it spoiled for you?
Oh, I know about it. I just
okay. Well, no, so did I before, but the movie, but it kind of broke my heart because I read an article where he said that he didn't get any reaction when he snuck into a theater. And I just want him to know, if he's listening, that no, people were stunned, Charlie, that you were, and they were too overcome with joy, because even though I knew about it, I was nothing. That was my favorite scene because it finally happened.
Yeah.
When we didn't think it would happen, it was everything for me. So people were just probably stunned, Charlie. Trust me.
Oh yeah, for sure.
More than excited that you entered, the whole.
That was like, okay, give me Barenthal. Come on.
He's got a new show on YouTube.
It's
called Real Deal. Yeah, called Real Deal. It's like a podcast on YouTube. His brother is, I didn't even know his brother is like a world-renowned cancer, like oncologist, and it was a Division I sports. And he's like, I just saw the trailer with his interviewing his brother, because his brother does so much in cancer research, that I'm the reason why you were D1 baseball, D1 football. I pushed you. I was hard on you. I'm like, geez, Bernthal's got a show now on YouTube.
Oh, you know what?
Cool.
But as soon as Disney opens up the checkbook, he's putting the vest on.
Oh yeah, for sure.
He's putting the skull on.
But he doesn't want it. He said he'll do it, but it's not going to be the quote unquote Disney version. He wants the Netflix version.
Oh yeah. Well, the thing is that the Marvel, they can't not do it. I mean, they're giving Deadpool an R rating. They're looking at the R ratings on a couple of other things. So you know what? It's going to be everything that we always had and always wanted. So,
yep.
I mean, Punisher, Daredevil, and Wolverine crossover. Who wants that?
Make it happen, Feige.
Or Wolverine, Ghost Rider, Punisher,
All right, don't get worked up. Let's talk about next week. Next week, guys, we're going to have the review of season 2 of Picard for you. Episode 1, of course, comes out March 3rd. So Mark and I will watch that. And The Boys, March 4th, Diabolical, the animated version. We're going to have that. So that we'll have 2 new shows there to review for you. And Mark's agreed to watch HBO's The Rise of the Lakers Dynasty called Winning Time. Mark, are you going to, out of curiosity, be watching season 42 of Survivor? Yes or no?
No, I stopped watching Survivor around season 9.
I thought you might want to.
Why would I want to?
So we can review it, but if you don't want to, that's fine. I was just curious. I know you're going to watch Halo on March 24th, so that's a no-brainer. So I was just asking if you plan to watch Survivor.
Did you have a look at Legends of Vox Machina?
No. I have too many shows to watch that you are not watching to watch that. Trust me. And I've got 2 more that start this weekend that you said you're not going to watch. Super pumped. You didn't want to watch The Story of Uber. You didn't want to watch the Elizabeth Holmes one on Disney Plus. You're kind of hamstringing me here, bud.
Well, you can't watch the ones that I want to watch.
Well, no, hey, I watch major. You're talking about this obscure cartoon on Amazon. I'm giving you which people are probably going to get nominated for Emmys for. You're like, no, but that's fine. That's cool. But
not everything that gets awards is actually worth it.
Well, no, to you, but if they win the award, they win the award. I'm not going to get you into The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. I'm watching season 4 of that. I know I know you're not going to watch Raised by Wolves on HBO Max. I'm saying I watch much more TV than you. I honestly don't have time yet for that you mentioned. But
for those that listening that want to watch it, I say watch it. It is a fantastic animated series. The first season had 12 episodes. It was fantasy with nudity and violence and all kinds of stuff. It was gnomes and elves swearing, saying "fuck you." It was absolutely fantastic. So if you're in the realm for a fantasy cartoon, definitely worth watching. It's sort of like the fantasy version of Invincible.
You heard the man. And go watch the Korean zombie show, All of Us Are Dead, still on Netflix. Help yourself. There you have our reviews.
There you go.
And we'll be back next week again, like I said, with Picard and The Boys Diabolical. 2 new shows for you.
Little sad news again this week.
Sally Kellerman, yes.
Sally Kellerman.
MASH.
Yeah.
Yes. Rest
Back to school.
Peace.
She was in Back to School as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like I said, the original Star Trek.
Yeah. The original Hot Lips Houlihan.
Yeah. Yeah. She'll be missed, man. They're starting to drop, right?
I'm just worried for the day that, the last real big celebrity we have is Bieber.
No, there's still a lot left we have to go through, so don't worry about that. Do not worry, sir.
All right, gang. So I'm assuming we're done with the news. We got no more news.
Yes. Well, no, that was all the latest, and then some.
All right. So you can find us on social media. Our YouTube channel, search Butcher Bay Rejects. You can find us on Twitter at Bay Rejects. You can find us on Facebook at Butcher Bay Rejects and also at Butcher Bay Rejects on TikTok. You can find us on our website as well, butcherbayrejects.com. And also find us on all the podcast platforms, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Alexa Tune In, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, Spotify, and Pandora. This has been Butcher Bay Rejects. I'm Mark.
I'm Greg. See you next week, nerds.
Talk to you later. Bye.
Bye.